To call the November 9th, 2023 regular board meeting of Indian Head Park to order. Can we have a roll call, clerk?
Here.
Present.
Present.
Here.
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 Here. Can we now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now going to start out with the Village President's Report. We have a guest this evening. Mr. John Nelson from Senator Curran's office is joining us for a short presentation. John? Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Oh, I'm going to have to fix this. Thank you, Mayor, for the invite. Thank you, Council, and thank you, Gavin, for inviting our office today. I should preface by saying prior to 2023, our office, State Senator John Curran, only represented the west part of Indian Head Park, west of Wolf Road. So with the new redistricting, it's our honor and privilege to represent all of Indian Head Park. For the record, John Nelson, I work in his office, Constituent Services. Our office is in Lamont. Obviously, when we talk to constituents, we get a lot of efficacy issues with people thinking, oh, well, you go to DC. No, state senators go to Springfield to represent you. So part of our mission this year with the redistricting, with a new map, has been to getting out to new portions of our district to educate residents of our state legislature and what we can do in our constituent service office to service our constituents. So thank you so much for the invite today. I'd like to open up by saying our office is always open, willing to listen to constituents when it comes to legislative ideas. Obviously, we've heard a lot recently in the veto session with this property tax issue, so thank you so much for that information, Mayor. And I'd be remiss if I did not let people know to please contact our office, Senator Curran's email, senatorcurran@gmail.com, and then our phone number, 630-914-5733. So our district goes all the way as far west to Naperville and Downers Grove, and then all the way south to Lamont, Homer Glen. And then new to our district this year is all of Indian Head Park, most of Willow Springs, some portions of Countryside into Western Springs as well. So we also hear from constituents, what do the state senator's office do for us? So outside of voting on bills in Springfield, representing you in state government, we pride ourselves on constituent services. So we've had a lot of, you probably remember hearing about unemployment insurance and fraud issues during the pandemic. Obviously, that's a program administered by the Illinois Department of Employment Security. So our office was instrumental, as a lot of state legislators' constituent services office were during that time, with reaching out to the Department of Employment Security, being that ombudsman, being that in between the constituents and the state government agencies and departments. So we're always willing, happy to help our constituents whenever those cases arise. Obviously, we get a lot of requests on issues with local government or federal government, and in those cases, we route those constituent casework to their Congress people or to their units of local government. So earlier this year, we heard a lot about licensing through DFPR and how long it was taking to get optometrist licenses, real estate, brokers licenses, and so much and so forth. So obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but those casework issues have decreased as the state has worked to filter to address those backlogs. But case in point, anytime residents, constituents are having issues with Illinois state government, Illinois state departments and agencies, we advise our constituents, please feel free to reach out. Also, we have tried to get out to all corners of our district with community events. Even this morning, we had a Real ID event in partnership with the Illinois Secretary of State's office in Lamont. We will regularly host recycling fairs and shred events throughout the district, as well as every year we do a senior fair and a children's safety expo. So we advise all constituents to check our website, senatorcurran.com, for those, as well as our social media handles. With that, thank you so much, Mayor and Council, for having our office, hosting our office today. We look forward to getting out in the Indian Head Park community throughout the coming years, and open for any questions, if any.
Great, thank you. Any questions from the board? One thing, thank you. And one thing we will be doing after the new year is inviting you to come see us for coffee so we can talk about grants for
Yes.
the coming year and years. So I
Absolutely.
hope that you'll be open to do that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Alrighty, now I'm going to go on with the mayor's report for the Plainfield Road update. Well, actually, I'm going to do the Wolf Road update first. Sorry about that. Because the postcard, the county was wonderful about sending out the postcard to all of our Indian Head Park residents, as well as the Burr Ridge residents that are on Wolf Road. Unfortunately, the postcard got delivered a little bit late, and it was almost at the due date of the first due date. So our team, thanks to Charlie pushing that, thank you, Charlie Eck, Trustee Eck, we moved the date to tomorrow. So a lot of people were wondering, why are things getting pushed later and later? Because we want the public to have notice and communication about the Wolf Road study, a corridor study. So I did get some questions this week. We don't live on Wolf Road. Why should we do the survey? And I kept saying to everybody that I've encountered who've asked me that question, because it's a road that we all travel very frequently, and it's one of our main streets, just like Plainfield. So we all have to do our duty and our responsibility to the community to get our feedback in by tomorrow, November 10th, on the wolfroadstudy.com. And you have a variety of different ways. We've talked about all the different ways you can put in your feedback. It can be on the survey. It can be on a map. It can also be, if you look on the next page, a variety of different ways that you can get it in, either by letter. You can still mail it tomorrow, and you can still call them on the phone. So the key dates for the Wolf Road project, so you all know, the postcard was mailed to all the IHP residents and Burr Ridge residents on Wolf Road. The date is tomorrow for everything to be submitted. After the comment closure date, we are working closely to get the comments anonymized and prepared to share with the public. So we will be working hard to get all of that into one master PDF, I'm hoping. And the county has also confirmed that that is going to happen, and we are going to work as a team to make those comments be made public. The anticipated timeline for Wolf Road Phase 1 project is November 10th, when the CAC resident applications and public survey closes. November 17th is the finalize the CAC members with the village and the county. So we will be selecting the CAC members, and then from Indian Head Park, Burr Ridge, and the others, and then we will make that announcement. And then tentatively, the CAC #1 meeting will be December 13th for the Corridor Advisory Committee that will meet here at Village Hall. In my understanding, it's just a CAC meeting. It is not a full public meeting. It's just our Corridor Advisory Council meeting. those are the options for calling and written correspondence. A couple people have asked about that. You can still do that, and do that tomorrow if you can. The next slide is the analytics for the website. So it's interesting to see how many comments and surveys have been put in. We've had 247 survey respondents. We've had 12 responses to the CAC application. And look at when that postcard hit. You see the date there? That's why we extended the date, because the postcard in home made a large difference on the map there for people hitting the website. Now we'll go on to the Plainfield Road update. We are a little bit ahead of schedule on Plainfield Road versus Wolf. So the Plainfield Road project started first. And that website, some people have been a little bit confused about the website to see the Plainfield Road information. It's the improveplainfieldroad.org. So you can follow project updates, you can look at the project fact sheet, the public involvement plan, and sign up to receive the newsletters just like you can on Wolf Road. These are two separate projects, so you need to look at both websites to keep up to date on them. The corridor study process is also a separate process where there is a PIP and a CAC. This actual project is 3.5 miles long from County Line Road to East Avenue. We met with the Plainfield Road project team this last November 3rd, and we were able to talk to the engineers, RM Chin, the communications consultant, and the entire project. They will be restarting this whole project in January 2024. There will be a CAC meeting, and in spring 2024, there will be a public meeting. Last but not least, we are pleasantly surprised to tell you that there is finally the emergency Wolf Road Flag Creek Bridge repairs that is starting on Monday. You may have seen the flashing signs that have been up already. The Cook County Department of Transportation had approximately $350,000 that have been committed to this project. It's the bump we all love so much, the bump signs. And they will be fixed, hopefully, in a 4-week construction project for the Flag Creek Bridge. The information about the detours is available online. If you want to take a look online, you can see them in Simplicity and on the website and on our Facebook page. There are a variety of different detours, so please be aware. There will be local access to Wolf Road, but getting off of 294 and on 294 and all of that is going to be a little bit different. So you may want to take a look at the detour information before you make a trip. Alrighty. I think we're at the time when I'm going to need a motion for the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I second that.
Any discussion on the consent agenda? I think I would need a finance report. Helia, please.
Alrighty, the financial summary for the end of October was in the month of September, or at the end of September, we started off with a balance of $3,111,000. Total payments that were issued were $374,000. We received revenues in the amount of $135,000, and our ending bank balance was $2,872,000. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments on the consent agenda items? Hearing them, can we have a roll call vote?
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Heck?
Aye.
Aye. Trustee O'Laughlin?
Aye.
Trustee Saldana?
Aye.
Trustees Besta?
Aye.
President McNeil?
Aye, thank you. Alrighty, now we're moving on to new business. Can I have a motion, please, for new business item A, please?
Are we receiving and filing this report? The first one?
The first one is for the approval of a task order, so. it'd be a
Okay,
motion to
I make a motion to approve the task order for the MWRD reporting.
I'll second it.
And Jeff Klein is in the audience from Thomas Engineering to answer any questions you may have. Thanks, Jeff.
Can we recap that briefly, what this order is?
Yeah, this is an annual summary report.
Could you come up to the front, to the mic? It's just, we video this on YouTube.
No problem. Yeah, this is just an annual report that we have to do per MWRD as far as all the sanitary infiltration and anything that we have to do for the village and various villages that we do this for. So it's something that we've been doing for years now.
Yes, and it's ensuring that none of our stormwater runoff is getting into the sewer system, so that from MWRD's perspective, they don't want to spend money cleaning stormwater. They want to focus on sanitary sewage. So we are required to do this study every year, and I've talked with Justin and with Joe about about this program. Is what Thomas Engineering proposing reasonable and appropriate, and it is, and we're here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Donaldsberg.
Aye.
Trustee Eck.
Aye.
Trustee Gazis.
Aye.
Trustee O'Laughlin.
Aye.
Trustee Saldana.
Aye.
Trustees Feska.
Aye.
That motion has passed. Can we move on to item B, please? May I have a motion?
I make a
Trustee
mo-
sorry.
I make a motion to approve item B, task order for 2024 sanitary sewer rehabilitation project.
I'll second it.
And again, this is a proposal from Thomas Engineering to do planning, forecasting, and look to do a study and a plan for our sanitary sewer program to improve the sanitary sewers for in 2024.
I have a question. They're doing the, you're saying that they're doing some analysis so they can tell us how we're gonna rehabilitate is that it?
Yeah, so what we discussed before, the MWRD, we've broken these down in the past just to make it easier on Indian Head Park. We've discussed with Gavin about encapsulating all these in the future. But right now, so the first one is just to report to MWRD what we've done in the past. The second one is to put together the plans and specifications for your future program based on evaluation of your sewer systems in order to try and.
So is this exploratory, or did you find something that you're gonna plan to fix?
Yes, there's things that we're always trying to fix every single year.
Okay.
Do we have an estimated cost for this?
That's-
Or is it time and materials?
This is just our putting together the plans for your program for next year.
No cost? Thank you.
Well, I mean, Gav, I would say so. What they've had programmed in the past was $75,000 for repair of the sewer system.
But the planning-
This is just a plan, though,
The
right?
planning portion is not to exceed $49,622.31.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what he was asking. I apologize then. I thought he was looking for our program costs for next year.
That depends on what they find for $50,000.
Exactly.
Of course, yes.
Oh, no, you're good. Any other questions on the task order? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Donaldsberger,
Aye.
Trustee Eck,
Aye.
Trustee Gazis,
Aye.
Trustee O'Laughlin,
Aye.
Trustee Saldana,
Aye.
Trustee Sveska.
Aye.
Ordinance passes.
Alrighty, can we go on to item C, please? May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2023-27, removing pet license and tag requirements.
I second that.
So we brought this at the direction of the board. Right now, we don't charge a fee for a pet license. There were concerns about enforcement, and the request from the board was to bring an ordinance eliminating the pet license fee and tag requirement in the village ordinances.
Are there county requirements related to pets?
Yes, and this does not impact those.
So if you looked in your packet, I'm not sure, did you put the whole ordinance in their packet? Okay. If you read the whole ordinance, the county requirement for rabies is in the ordinance. So we kept all of that in there, as well as all of the other parts of this regarding animals and dogs and all of that.
So my understanding is that it's a mirror of the state law. It's an actual state law. It's codified, the requirement for rabies. I found it on there.
Yeah, there's a state law and it's also enforced through the county as well. So there's multiple layers of jurisdiction that even without this requirement of a tag in the code, there's still, as the mayor indicated, the rabies requirement as well as the other prohibited acts, et cetera, that sort of play off of and are in concert with both the state act and the county.
Any other questions? Hearing there are none, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Donaldsberger,
Aye.
Trustee Eck,
Aye.
Trustee Gazis,
Aye.
Trustee O'Laughlin,
Aye.
Trustee Saldana,
Aye.
Trustee Sveska.
Aye.
That motion has passed. Can I have a motion for item D, please?
I make a motion to pass resolution 2023-13, estimated property tax levy.
I'll second that.
So every year, the board has to consider and pass a resolution for the estimated property tax that will be levied. The actual levy is passed at the December meeting, has to be passed and submitted to the county by the end of December. And this is the levy for taxes that will be paid in 2024. And it is has been capped at 5% because of the property tax extension levy limitation law. And that law states that the property tax levy increase is capped at either 5% or the consumer price index for the prior year, whichever is less. And in this case, the CPI, the consumer price index, was 6.5%, so we're capped at 5% increase. The dollar amount in the resolution is based on that 5% cap.
Any questions about the levy?
Can I make a comment that in order to be more transparent, that 5% translates to the percentage in your bill that the town portion has. So a common thing in a property tax bill is that the municipality has 30% to 40% of the bill. So 30 to 40% of 5% is much less. So the problem is that if all the other entities also have 5% or more increase, that is where the impact will come from, the other 60%, 70% of the bill. But our portion of the bill, or the town, only has approximately 30% of the bill.
10%.
It's 10%, do we have 10% only of the bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's even less.
Correct.
So the increase on your bill from the town should be only 0.5% of the taxes. That's what I wanted to say.
I think that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. There are no other questions. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Donnisberger,
Aye.
Trustee Eck,
Aye.
Trustee Gazis,
Aye.
Trustee O'Laughlin,
Aye.
Trustee Saldana,
Aye.
Trustee Svetska,
Aye.
We are now at the time in our meeting where we would love to hear some public comments from the audience, or if you have emailed any to the village by 4:30 today.
We have not received any comments.
Could you come to the podium, please, so we can hear you? Thank you.
My name is John Grigas. I came in late, I'm sorry. I am always confused. Is Wolf Road a county road? A
Yes, sir.
village road? It's
both-
not a state road.
Both Wolf and Plainfield roads are county, and Joliet Road is a state road.
Okay.
Just to give you that, yes.
Plainfield and
Wolf.
Wolf Road
are
are
county,
county roads.
yes.
Okay. Because when they salt the roads in the wintertime, we're always looking for, I guess we're looking for a county truck to do it, right?
Yes, the county would be responsible for the salt, and then your local roads would be, of course, Indian Head Park.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Any other public comments?
Just verification, did you say that Wolf Road underneath, Sandy Hayes, I'm sorry, Cochise Drive, 6634. Wolf Road underneath the viaduct is going to be a 4-week project?
The bridge at,
Bridge.
the bridge over Flag Creek is a 4-week estimated, 4-week. Due to weather and other factors, that's what they're estimating, but they will give us updates, and when we get updates from the county engineering department, we will let the public know.
Well, I'll just know when the road's open that it's over.
Good point. Good point. Thank you. Any other public comments? Seeing there are none other, we'll go on to the reports. Can we have reports? Let's start with Trustee Gazis.
Brenda, you'll do police, right? We did not have a planning and zoning meeting this month. There was nothing on the agenda. We have planned planning for the new members, or training for the new members going into either the December meeting or the January meeting, and that's all we have.
No report from landscape at this time.
And no report from economic development.
No report.
Finance Committee is looking at alternatives for financing the pump house project. As we have this $2 million project looking over, we don't want to completely obliterate our reserves, and the Finance Committee is looking at possibilities to finance the pump house so that we can keep our reserves strong. It's our hope that next board meeting that we'll have a recommendation to the board.
Thank you.
You're not going to do Public Works?
You can do Public Works.
No, I haven't.
Nothing on Public Works.
Okay.
Other than introduce our new Public Works gentleman here, Joe Coons. But were you going to do that, Gavin? No, go right ahead.
No, it's Christina first.
Okay. For the family and senior and family connections, we worked with the town and all the directors and a lot of people from the community to put together the Ghouls and Goblins event. And for our first one, we think it was a huge success. We had decided to separate into 2 separate events so we could have the pets being judged for their costumes in one event on the west side of town and one of the parks. And that way we wouldn't have people with pets running around with the kids during the afternoon. So in the afternoon we had the kids' costume event. We had a blow-up maze that was a huge success with all ages. All the kids were running around bouncing off those walls. And we had a total of around 10 pets that showed up for the pet contest, and we gave 4 prizes. We posted the pictures. And then in the afternoon, we had 52 contestants, but we had definitely many more people in that parade that our chief led. It was pretty cute. All the kids went around the park, and we had, all of them were winners, but we had 3 main winners. And then we gave everybody a lot of candy. And we basically closed early because it was getting dark, and it was getting cold, and people were leaving, and scouts helped us set up, and they waited until the end to take it down, and the scouts were then free to play in the maze, and they were chasing each other in the middle of the dark with their own phones and lights. So it was really a lot of fun. And and we're hoping to repeat this, and now that we have had this success, and hopefully with word of mouth, we'll have many more businesses setting up their stations with candy so the kids can do the event. Halloween night was so cold that nobody went out to get candy. They were still drunk from candy from the event at Ghouls and Goblins. So that's good. That's my report.
Thank you. And I want to thank all the volunteers for that event. We had a lot of great volunteers, which is really very nice. Makes it very pleasant and fun to do the events when we have a lot of people helping. Village clerk, report?
I have nothing to report other than that I've been hired as the new administrative intern, and I'm excited to be here. So thank you.
Thank you. Glad to have you. Village treasurer?
No report, thank you.
Village attorney?
No report, thank you.
Village administrator?
Thank you. As you all know on the board, Justin Fuller will be leaving next week. Will be his last week, and we are planning a send-off for Justin, and we'll let you know the details. But after 5 years of service, he's moving on to the Justice Willow Springs Water Commission, and I know we all owe Justin a deep thank you for his service to the village. In a lot of ways, he's been the face of the village. I know riding around with Justin, there are many residents who know Justin by name, have called on Justin. Justin's been there. He's definitely an example of putting service above self, and is constantly very responsive and very friendly, kind, and helpful. And he's well respected in the field, and he will be missed. He's got big shoes to fill. And stepping into those shoes right away is Joe Coons, our new water and sewer guru. And Joe has been here a week and a half now. Well, I'm sorry, a week today. And he's focused on keeping us going. He's been downloading a lot of information about the community and about our facilities from Justin. They've been constantly together for 7 days now. Joe brings, he is a licensed water operator. He brings a lot of experience in that field and some leadership experience, and Joe and I will work together to assess staffing needs and priorities for public works, and specifically water and sewer going forward. Joe's already on board with the pump house project, and knows, is getting to know our needs with water mains, and as well as our sewer system. So welcome to Joe Coons.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
And in other news, Daniel kind of stole my thunder, but we have a new administrative intern, Daniel Languth, he's a second-year student in the MPA program at NIU, and he also brings experience with him, having served an internship at Hoffman Estates. And Daniel has jumped right in and is helping with administrative tasks. He provided minutes from the last meeting by watching YouTube because he wasn't here for that meeting, but he was able to capture the essence of that in the minutes. He's also helping with our records retention projects, which consists of auditing our paper files and our digital files. We've had some trouble with availability of some of our records, so we're going to get that cleaned up and get on top of that and get it organized in a way that things are easy to find. We'll also be auditing our website and our other communications tools, like the tools that we use to get out alerts about emergency information or just information such as the Wolf Road closure. So that's another big project that we're going to be working on in the area of administration. I wanted to update you on our building permits. Don Morris Architects, with whom the village has been working for a number of years, has really been helpful in helping us clean up our backlog of building permits, some of which had already been finalized but hadn't been closed. So we've been, Helia, as well as our front office staff have been really instrumental, along with Don Morris, in getting those closed out and cleaned up. Our goal is to decrease our turnaround time while still maintaining a high level of safety and quality of the building that's going on in the village. And getting that backlog cleared up is going to go a long way towards that. And finally, I've been working with our new staff, our new chief of police, Matt Walsh, and with Joe. I will be working with Joe and on the budget and what needs we have going forward as they assess, the situations that they've inherited in their departments, and what are some of the gaps and what are some of the needs, in addition to ongoing programming that will continue. Maybe there's some other things that we need to update or upgrade, and we're talking about budgets and what needs we have for those areas. So we will have a budget ready in a timely manner, and we will bring that to the Finance Committee and then to the board. So, thank you.
Thank you, Gavin. Joe, would you like to do a department head discussion today, or will that be next month we'll have you? Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. We are so happy that you're here and appreciate you coming to the meeting.
Thank you for having me, and hope to keep up the same quality that you all expect. And 23 years of experience, so I just need to learn the way you guys do it here.
Oh, welcome. Chief, would you like to give a report today?
Sure. Yesterday we had two incidents involving seniors. One senior was scammed for $10,000. Another was a victim of identity theft. Officer Verber will be in tomorrow. He's going to update the website and explain what happened to this individual, because they got contacted through a Microsoft scam. They followed all the directions, and then they just cleared out the bank account. So that leads to, he also has contacted probably 95% of the homeowners associations. We're waiting for contacts for, I think, 2 more separate buildings. And then we're going to put something out, because between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I would like to have the ability to have the FBI and the Secret Service out on different dates. And if we can get the response. I'm not going to have them talk to an empty room, but I don't think that'll be the case. I think we can have our seniors here and go over what these scams are. So we'll get that set up.
Well, just one note on that. I was at the Wilshire Master Board meeting Tuesday night this week, and I had already taken the privilege of having you come to that next meeting,
Perfect.
if you don't mind, in
No,
December.
I would love to, because I want to get this rolling and get the people there, get the interest going, and let them know what's going on. And I sat through the Secret Service fraud, and it was excellent. It was, and we can do it at nighttime for our citizens, but the seniors are available in the daytime, and the FBI and the Secret Service are available in the daytime. That's why I want to get this set up sooner than later.
One thing that I had mentioned to David, our station manager, is if he could be available to potentially video the presentation. We could then replay it on Comcast Channel 6 and on our YouTube channel. And also, the HOAs could have that on their website as well. Because many of the HOAs have websites where they post information, including Wilshire Green, who has a master association, and then each building. So let's work together on that, because this last Tuesday, the master association, they will have another meeting in December, and that's all of Wilshire Green together could be at that meeting and invited to that meeting. But certainly, we have 13 total, is it HOAs? So we'll have to figure out how to get the word out to everybody and the single-family homes.
It's an excellent presentation. It really is. I met with, I didn't meet with them. I've talked to several chiefs that have Indian Head Park residents in the schools. I'm meeting with them all to go over a school response plan, because as we had discussed before, in some instances, we will be the first ones there. So we need to know what their plan is so we can join in with them. So that's in the making. I want to do that before Christmas as well. Lexipol is our policies and procedures. There's a new contact. Fortunately, I had worked with him before, so he's going to come out here and start me from the ground up, because it's our policies and procedures, which are really outdated here, and they need to be updated and fit what's going on now as opposed to before. We're working off very old policies, so we'll get those updated. Wellness checks, I talked to Dr. Carrie Steiner's staff. She's out with COVID right now, but we're putting some together. I sent a proposal to Gavin, too. It's whether or not we go to her or she comes to us. But I do believe for the size of our department, we could probably get it all done for under $4,000. So that's what that was the last I got from them. South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force, our officer was out there for 3 days in Chicago Heights because they had a double homicide. Normally, we don't respond out there, but the 6th District Task Force was already on a double homicide in Cal City, so our 5th District Task Force had to handle the double homicide in Chicago Heights. Ghouls and Goblins, there was a really nice event, and several kids asked me if this was my costume. And then background checks. We contacted our background personnel. I sent the first 3 laterals to them. One has been completed. The other ones they're still working on.
Great.
That's all I have.
That's great news. Thank you for doing all of that. Amazing. Alrighty, if we do not have any more department heads, then I think I need a motion to go to closed session.
I make a motion that we go to a closed session, please.
Second.
For the record?
Just for the record, this is pursuant to 2C1 of the Illinois Open Meetings Act regarding the terms and conditions, employment compensation, dismissal of specific employees.
So amended. My motion.
Second.
Can we have a roll call vote?
Trustee Donaldsberger. Aye. Trustee Eck.
Aye.
Trustee Gazis.
Aye.
Trustee O'Laughlin.
Aye.
Trustee Saldana.
Aye.
Trustee Sveska.
Aye.
Alrighty, we will go to closed session.
And just for the record, there would be no additional business to be conducted after closed session.
Correct.
So at this point, there'd be in order would be a motion to adjourn the regular meeting as well.
Can I have a motion to adjourn the regular meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Second.
I'll second it. Yes.
The regular meeting will be adjourned, and we will go to
We
closed
have a
session.
vote on that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
roll call, please.
Trustee Donaldsberger. Trustee Eck.
Aye.
Trustee Gazis.
Aye.
Trustee O'Laughlin.
Aye.
Trustee Saldana.
Aye.
And Trustee Svetska.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.